In this video, I will be tying a Organza Crawler Nymph. This is one of my go-to nymphs during the quiet times on the water. Great searching pattern. I use this nymph as the upfly on a 2-fly nymphing rig. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to be using a size 12 curved hook, scud hook, with a gold tungsten bead for weight. The first thing we're going to do is put a thread lining on the shank of the hook using a jam knot. Now we're going to reposition the hook just a little bit here so it'll be easier to put on the tail. And we're going to be using some black goose biots for the tail. One on one side here and one evenly placed on the other. Trim off the excess. And we'll make a nice smooth thread underbody here. We can move the hook back to position. All right, the next thing we're going to do is tie on an organza ribbon which we're going to end up using for ribbing the abdomen. It looks just like this. Basically, we started with a roll of bridal ribbon, which is organza material. And you can see it's sort of a yellowish color. We cut off a piece about 3 or 4 inches long and then cut it in half right down the middle and then separate it out pieces until we got it almost looking like a hackle. and we colored it with a black marker. So we're going to tie that in. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be using some dubbing, namely an olive brown ice dubbing. Grab some of that material. Sort of apply that onto the thread. The thread we're using today is a black 16-aught Vivus thread. And then dub it on the abdomen. Okay, that's enough. Next, we're going to wind about 3 to 4 wraps of the organza ribbon material around the abdomen. Just like you were ribbing some wire or anything. Then tie that off at the beginning of the thorax and trim off the excess. Now we're going to be using a thin skin molted yellow for the wing case. We've cut out a piece. All we need to do is just tear it off the backing. Trim a little pointed notch to tie it in easy. Okay. Once we get that secured in the wing case, the next step would be to tie in some legs. What we're going to be using here is basically the bristles from a little hand broom. We'll just cut them out. They're plastic. Got 3 of them. Be 3 legs on each side. I'm going to tie that right in the middle of the thorax. About 5 good wraps. Turn it 90 degrees. That is the legs, and secure in the legs. Now we can separate them so as we do our dubbing of the thorax, we'll get them between the legs and get some good separation. I'll get a little bit more of the ice olive brown dubbing. for the thorax as well. I'm going to dub that onto the 16-aught Beavis black thread. It's a little bit to get started here. You can move our legs back. And take the back legs and go between them and the middle. And then go between the front legs and the middle. It'll give you good separation of the legs. And we'll need a little bit more to finish off the front part of the thorax. All right, now we can pull the wing case up close to the bead head and secure it in with a couple of wraps in the back and the front. And what I like to do here is to put a little drop of super glue like so on the wing case and fold the wing case thin material back on it. And we can cut it and give it a little bit of a V-notch presentation, like so. Position the legs and we can whip finish thread. Now we can bend the legs before trimming them. There we go. Now we just position the legs a little bit. Now we have our Organza Crawler Nymph. Thanks for watching.